guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're the Garso twins, Carly and Britta, and we have a fun video for you today. We're going to be sharing with you our November favorites. Okay, so we actually only have one makeup favorite this month, which I don't think has ever happened before. No, I've been using like the exact same makeup I've talked about the past 2 monthly favorites. I've been using the same things and we haven't purchased a lot because we are going to like purchase a lot for Black Friday, obviously, and then so we'll probably have a lot more favorites in December. So yeah, so these are kind of all over the place, but we still wanted to share them with you. I did, however, pick up the Anastasia Soft Glam palette because when Sephora did their VIB sale, whatever sale that was, what was that even called? It's still happening. Like they have had so many sales. Video is posted. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. But the sale they did like at the beginning of November or even end of October, I don't remember when it happened. It was a weird random sale. So when I find that when they do 20% off, Ulta always does 20% off as well. And I had $9 to use in rewards at Ulta. So instead of getting this at Sephora, I went to Ulta and picked it up so I could use my rewards as well. So I got a really good deal on it. And the Anastasia shadows are by far my favorite. I think they're so beautiful. They blend beautifully. And this one just looked even more wearable than the Modern Renaissance palette. And this is my new favorite palette. I still really love the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, but this is just a good neutral everyday palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I've been wearing it every single day since I've gotten it because, like I said, it's so wearable, easy to use. There's a really good mix of like shimmers, mattes, and glitters in here, or metallics I should say. They're not really glitters, they're metallics. And I love this. I don't know what took me so long to purchase it. And I did find out, or I mean, they don't claim to be talc free, but on their website and on Sephora, it doesn't list talc as an ingredient. So I think they're talc free, and I haven't had any issues when using these shadows on my eyes. So for that reason, I just think it's the perfect eyeshadow palette. Okay, I'll talk about something I got during the Sephora sale too. This little guy. It's the small size of the L'Occitane Organic and Fair Trade Shea Butter. And I got the small size because, it's very tiny. What is it? It's like half an ounce? No, it's like 0.3 ounces, 0.35. Because I really wanted to get this to try as eye cream. Annie Lawless, we follow her. And in her video, she talks about how she buys shea butter for like on her body and she puts it under her eyes. And I thought that was such a good idea because not that I don't believe in eye cream, but I just don't think really believe it does anything except for hydrate, which face cream does that too. Yeah, but shea butter is very thick and it's very nourishing, so I was like, oh, that sounds great for under my eyes because it's such a delicate area, but like because it's thick, it won't move around and get in your eye. And I've been using it like nearly every night. I definitely think it keeps my under eyes very moisturized. Today my eyelids felt super dry, so I even put it on top of my eyeshadow because it just feels nice and it like doesn't get goopy. It doesn't work weird with like your makeup or anything. And this size is really great for an eye cream because even though I do think eventually I'll go through it, I think it'll probably take me, maybe even a year. The L'Occitane Shea Butter is obviously a lot more expensive than like shea butter you can get on Amazon, but in Annie's video she talked about how it's her favorite brand and like she really trusts it, and it's like pure shea butter. And a lot of other brands, when I was doing research, you can't really tell like what ingredients are in it. So yeah, any shea butter will work, but I bought the L'Occitane one and I'm really happy with it, and I think it's great they sell this little size. Next up is a body care favorite. Quick backstory. You guys know we have such dry skin, especially like going into these cooler months, and I was using some body lotions that just had fragrance in it, and even though it didn't smell like there was a lot of fragrance, I could just tell like my skin was getting so dry and itchy. And so I was just searching like for something that was fragrance free and wouldn't irritate my skin, and I decided on the Aveeno Baby Daily Moisture Lotion because I thought, if this is meant to be used on a baby, there's no way that it can be harmful to my skin. And so far, so good. I really like it. It's called a dimethicone skin protectant, and if you know what dimethicone is, it's used in a lot of skincare, I feel. But it's a very emollient ingredient, and so it kind of almost creates like this barrier on your skin. It's very like slippy. Yeah, like if you ever use a natural body wash and then when you're done using it, your skin almost feels like it has like a waxy feel to it, not in a bad way, but just like squeaky clean, I should say. That's probably dimethicone. It's like the same thing with this. That's how your skin feels. It kind of feels waxy, but not in a bad way. It just kind of feels like you left maybe a little layer of Aquaphor, if that helps. But I like it because I feel like my skin stays hydrated all day long and it locks in that moisture that I desperately need to lock in. So far so good. You get 18 ounces and I think it was $9. So it's a really good deal. It's paraben free, fragrance free. It has colloidal oatmeal in it, which is a really good moisturizer. Which I think is in all of Aveeno's products. I think so too. So yeah, I highly recommend this even if you're not a baby. Okay, next up is the other thing I purchased during the Sephora sale. I was super lame this year. I didn't really get a lot. I know. But I got the Olaplex number 5. It's the Bond Maintenance Conditioner, and this and the number 4 shampoo are like new to the line, or at least the at-home line, because number 1 and number 2 you can only get in salons, and then number 3 is the Hair Perfector. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And we both have raved about that. We love it so much. So when they release a shampoo and conditioner that you can just buy like at Sephora or on Olaplex, I was super excited, and my best friend had said that she tried both and really liked it. So I picked up the conditioner and I really like it. It honestly makes your hair feel just as good as number 3. And because I only do the mask, well, it's not even a hair mask, a treatment, once a month. I wanted something to maintain that like hair health that was a lot easier, and the conditioner definitely does that for me. And it's a standard size conditioner, which is a lot bigger than the treatment. So it's 8.5 fluid ounces, and a little goes a long way. I love their packaging too. I know, it's really nice. I love the sticker finish. Yeah. But yeah, a little goes a long way, so I really think that this will last me a long time. So I think it's a great purchase, and it's like $29 I want to say, but with the sale it was a lot more affordable, and I still think it'll last. So it's a really, and this would work for everyone's hair. Like, I'm convinced Olaplex is just sent from heaven above for everyone's hair. Okay, next up is a hair care. So we've kind of got a lot of everything today. Yeah, we do. This is the Dove Refresh and Care Unscented Dry Shampoo, and we've been trying to move away from fragrance in general, just in like our skincare, body care, and hair care. It's a little bit difficult because you don't really think of fragrance in hair care. It's just not something that comes to mind. Oh yeah, it is, because most hair products smell so good. Yeah, I mean like styling products, I should say. But because like I feel like with shampoo and conditioner, it's fine that they're fragrance because you wash them out, but with dry shampoo, you're putting it directly on your scalp and it's just sitting there. So too much fragrance is just not going to be good for your scalp. It's going to dry it out. But I mean, a little bit of fragrance we don't really mind. Yeah, but I just thought, like, I saw that they had this unscented version, and we love the Dove dry shampoo in general. So I thought I might as well try it, and I love this one even more than the original one. I think, is the original pink? Yeah. The pink bottle. And this one, it has like a slight scent, but it just must be the ingredient. You can tell there's no fragrance in it. And for some reason, I feel like this doesn't leave as much of a film. Not like, you just know, like that normal dry shampoo film, you can like feel it on your roots. This one almost feels like a texture spray, where it's really like a micro mist, really fine, but it does soak up the oils. So I highly recommend this. I don't know why it's so much better. Like, I love this formula so much more. And the fact that it's fragrance free, it's just amazing. And you can get it at Target. It's super inexpensive. And to be fair, I feel like before, like the Dove fragrances in general, like it's not even that we just don't want to put fragrance, like we just didn't really like the fragrances. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like if we liked them more, maybe we'd be a little like easier about it. But anytime I've seen in recent months, if I see something that says unscented or fragrance free, I'm like, oh, I should try that. Yeah. And I'm really happy I tried this. Okay, another super random favorite, which is something we would normally put in our weekly phase. Well, this wasn't a weekly favorite. Yeah, it was. But because we drank them so much this month, I had to put it in here. And we literally went to Trader Joe's this morning to get some. Yeah. It's the La Colombe Peppermint Mocha Draft Latte, and it comes in this cute little can, and it says it's 2 1/4 cups coffee. It definitely gives you a lot of energy. It's fairly healthy, like there's not a lot of ingredients at all. It's so good. It's so delicious. This is a seasonal flavor, so unfortunately probably by like January it'll be gone. And then we'll try the original, but for now we're just like drinking up these peppermint mochas. They are superb. I want to mention that we really despise when things taste artificial. You know what I'm talking about, like artificial mint taste. Yeah. Or it's just not. It's never good. It leaves like a weird aftertaste. And this, it says it's made with dark chocolate and peppermint. And it says real coffee drink. Yeah, and you can just tell that they use real ingredients. Like they're very rich and bold flavors. And it says seasonal batch, which I think is really cute. I just think cute. Details. Okay, last is a book favorite. This is the I'll Be There For You book by Kelsey Miller. And another quick backstory, we've been following Kelsey and her career for years. Like even before we moved to LA, I feel. Yeah, I feel like it's been 6 years. Yeah, it's been such a long time. She started off writing for Refinery 29, and back then we used to read their website so much, like every day. And so we would follow her because we loved her stories, her humor, the way she wrote. She was just very relatable. We would like follow her on Twitter. We were just super fans of Kelsey Miller. And she has since like gone freelance. I think she still does stuff for Refinery. She does, yeah. Yeah, but so this is her second book actually. Her first book was The Anti-Diet Project, which she kind of started that movement on Twitter and on Refinery, and then that turned into her first book. But this book is about the show Friends, which is our all-time favorite show, wouldn't you say? Yeah, all-time favorite show. And it kind of just dives into the backstory of how Friends came to be, like how everyone got cast on this show, how the writers decided to write this show, what their background was, which I feel like you never hear. Like I mean, you know that in real life, Jennifer Aniston knew Matthew Perry. Yeah. Right? Like I think we've all heard like little snippets of how people met and knew each other, but we just never really heard the whole story of how this show came to be. And it's such a phenomenon that I find this so interesting on how it got started. Which is why she wrote the book, right? Yeah. Because she said she was like, she couldn't believe like how big the show was and how many people loved it. And she was more just like interested in the phenomenon even more than the show. Yeah, so I'm not done with the book yet. I want to be transparent and say that, but I love it so far. I think it's so interesting. It's so well written. I love Kelsey's writing style. She's just one of my favorite writers in general. So to support her is great because we've been following her for so long, and the book itself is amazing if you're a fan of the show. Yeah, which who isn't? It's Friends. Thank you guys so much for watching our monthly favorites. Again, this was a little bit different from most of our monthly favorites. We'll probably have a lot more like makeup and maybe even like fashion related and next month. We for sure will. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching, and subscribe before you leave.